Now, if you're not familiar with the show, I actually did a 10-minute rant on it before, and it focuses on a group of very colorful characters that are imprisoned in this virtual world. Now, it isn't shown what happened to these virtual prisoners' physical bodies, but the whole thing is run by this ringmaster guy named Kane. So in each episode, Kane sort of runs the characters through whatever his game of the week is. And in this episode, he just gives them all guns, pairs them off into twos, and then it's just complete elimination after that. Now, if there is a main character in the show, it's probably Pomni, who's the most recent addition to the group, and the audience is slowly following her as she goes through this very mad world. So for this particular episode, Pomni is paired with Jax, this purple rabbit character who really gets off on being as snarky as possible. And Jax is able to convince Pomni, who's usually pretty sweet, to embrace her anger and nihilistic urges. And eventually these two are the last duo standing. So when it comes down to the two of them, it doesn't go the way it should. It should end with Jax and Pomni sort of turning on each other, but what happens next is equal parts tragic and cruel. Now, in case you're not aware, The Amazing Digital Circus, despite the fact it's animated, is not a show for kids. It's not that it focuses on violence, sex, or swearing, but it's about the only mature animated show that really earns an adults-only audience because it addresses issues that only adults would understand. And the scene between Pomni and Jax is just downright grisly and unsettling. Part of it is because I always thought Jax's sarcasm was kind of a defense mechanism. And I figured that deep down inside, Jax has a heart, and it wouldn't be long before it's revealed that he actually cares for his friends. But this episode reveals that Jax is just not a good person after all, and maybe it's because he's tortured, or maybe it's just because he's just bad from top to bottom. And then there's also the scene after that where Jax looks like he's just kind of coming apart, which means he might be abstracting. And if you're not familiar with The Amazing Digital Circus, abstracting refers to how characters will suddenly just become very unstable, and they'll become these huge black blobs with a lot of weird eyes on them. We've seen this happen on the show before, or at least we've seen abstracted characters. I don't really think we've seen someone who's actually kind of gone through it, but the fact that Jax didn't go through it is interesting, but Jax actually mentioned on this episode to Pomni that when people abstract, they become not pleasant to be around, like at all. And on this episode, Jax was definitely doing that. And the way his eyes were just changing size and shape just became just so disturbing. Now, I've heard that there's supposed to be about 9 episodes of this show. The one we saw last time was episode 6. There's rumors of there being some sort of 3-part conclusion, and there won't be a second season. If so, how do you want The Amazing Digital Circus to end? Leave a comment with what you think about The Amazing Digital Circus, and be sure to like and subscribe to everything that's related to Geek Church on TikTok and, of course, YouTube.